Hello YouTubers, Lamar here, and you're about to watch part 2 of my 4-part series on how to make your dreams come true. I love the quote of President Abraham Lincoln, who once said, "If you want to know your future, create it." And in part 2 of this series, I will be talking about how to transform something that's intangible and in your brain into something that's tangible and real. Now make sure you watch all 4 parts of this series. There is some great information that will help you in fulfilling your dreams and goals. And if you like this video, I'll need your help. Just click on the subscribe and like button on this video. So let's get started with how to make your dreams come true.
Number 3, create logical steps to making your dream a reality. Create logical steps to making your dream a reality. There are 6 words that I use in accomplishing any dream that I wish to fulfill. You should master these 6 words for every phase of your dream. The 6 words are these: who, what, where, when, how, why. I may have said those a little bit fast, so I want you to write them down. Who, what, where, when, how, why. Each one of these words is the beginning of a question that you should get answered. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm saying. For every dream, there is normally a get started phase. So the logical steps would go something like this. Get started. When do I get started? The answer, right now. Question, where do I get started on my dream? The answer, wherever. Here's the question, how do I get started? The answer, just start. Question, so what is the problem? And here's the answer, I have no logical flow. I don't know what to do first. Question, what is the solution? And here's the answer, it's all right, just start. Question, but how? And here's the answer. Write it down. In other words, brainstorm. Write everything you think of concerning your dream on paper in index form using a pencil. I'll say that again. Write everything you think of concerning your dream on paper in index form using a pencil. Now, it does not matter what order you have it in. The key here is to get everything from wondering in your mind and on paper so that you can see it. Next question. After I've done this, what do I do next? And here's the answer. Begin to give each indexed item a chronological order using numbers. For example, what to do first would be labeled number 1. What to do second would be labeled number 2, and so on. Now, it does not matter if you put something in the wrong order. That is why it is important to have a pencil. You can simply erase the numbers and make your correction. Again, it is very important that you write down everything you think of concerning your dream. That's what we call brainstorming. As days, weeks, and sometimes months go by, things will begin to pop into your mind, and you will be adding these things to this list. I would recommend that you keep a notepad in your car so that in those moments when you're stuck in a traffic jam or at a red light and get a great thought, you can write that thought down and add it to this list. Now, as you do this exercise, you will begin to see goals and tasks on paper that apply to your dream. Goals and tasks are things that you need to do to get the dream moving. You should set obtainable goals. These goals may not have order, but they will get your project moving. Each goal will consist of one or more tasks to complete in order to accomplish the goal. Write down each task to achieving your goal. You should accomplish a task each day or each week as part of your to-do list. Then check off the completed task and goal as you go along. Now, most people try to start from the beginning of a dream and work forward. And normally the first thing they say is, "Man, I don't know where to start." But another approach is to start from the end and work backwards. Let me give you an example. Before I wrote my first book, I wanted to know how to get a book on the bookshelves in a bookstore. So, one of my goals was to understand this process of getting a book on bookshelves in a bookstore. One of my tasks in accomplishing this goal was to go to a bookstore and talk to the manager. So I went to a bookstore and asked. The manager talked about the book distributors who delivered the books to the stores. I then explained that I didn't know any book distributors. So the manager then talked to me about putting my book in the store as an individual on consignment. I then asked, "What is consignment?" Notice I said "what," which is one of the buzzwords I mentioned earlier. Well, I then learned from the manager all I needed to know about consignment. I began to understand the importance of book quality and book standards and the requirements needed to have a book scanned through a computer. I then read and studied marketing techniques and designs for books. All of these tasks were done on the front end even before I had written the book. So, my goal was completed before the book was written. In this example, I started from the end and worked backwards. Again, I want to remind you that the key here is for you to work a task every day toward making your dream real. Fulfilling a dream is like opening a puzzle box filled with 1,000 pieces of a puzzle. When you pour the puzzle pieces out of the box, they fall in a pile and are disconnected. Even though all of the pieces of the puzzle may be there, the first question you might ask is, where do I begin? At first sight, the puzzle appears difficult and painful. But remember, don't panic. The easiest way to begin is to section the puzzle pieces based on colors. Then you set individual goals of putting each color section together. For example, all of the blues may be put together today. Then all of the browns may be put together tomorrow. As you complete each goal, you will eventually begin to see the puzzle coming together. This same principle applies to fulfilling your dream. The puzzle box is like your brain. Everything that you have written on paper represents the random puzzle pieces. Your brain is filled with puzzle pieces. So the first step is to get these puzzle pieces out of your brain and on paper. After you have written all of this information from your brain, you then section these pieces into goals and each goal into tasks. When you section these pieces into goals and tasks, you will be excited to see the puzzle pieces coming together. You will also start seeing the steps of your dream come into a logical order before your eyes. In fulfilling your dreams, you will have various tasks to do in order to complete the goals you have set. These tasks will require you to invest your time, effort, and in many cases your money into your dream. Working hard is critical. However, you should also learn how to work smart. You should manage your time so that you can accomplish as many tasks as possible in a given day. If you are currently working another job, you will probably have a limited amount of time to use toward fulfilling your dream. So you should use your time wisely to get the most out of the limited amount of time you may have in any given day. The key here is to make a plan of your daily tasks toward making your dream come true. Make sure you don't spend time laboring on something that has already been created. Sometimes it is not necessary to invent the wheel when it has already been invented. Always remember to ask questions. You should seek out help from professionals who may have knowledge concerning the dream that you are about to accomplish. These professionals may be lawyers, accountants, doctors, insurance professionals, tax advisors, or consultants. You may have a friend who is a professional that could give you information for free. Or you may have a friend who knows a professional that could give you information for a minimal fee. One of the greatest tools we have today is the internet. A world of information is presented before you with the touch of a keyboard. You should use the internet wisely. The search web of Google and Yahoo on the internet will give you valuable information. Google and Yahoo will also provide answers to the 6 words I mentioned earlier: the who, what, where, when, why, and how of your dream. Invest your time into research regarding your dream. You should understand all of the details and legal procedures required to fulfill your dream. For example, if you want to start a business, one of the first things you should want to decide upon is what type of business you want to start. For example, a proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation. If you're interested in forming a corporation, you should get information from your state about the articles of incorporations and all the documents you need. Again, the internet will be a valuable source of information. You should also manage your money wisely. If you want to start a business or invest in a particular project, you should make sure that your dream does not cripple you financially. Learn how to be economical. Buy low and sell high. Keep all of your receipts and accurate records of how and where you spend. Sometimes the store's name may determine how high the price is for a product. So you should be careful concerning what stores you go to. Try to buy items at wholesale prices or from discount stores. You should also consider stores that have a one-stop shopping philosophy so that you can use your time wisely by purchasing all you need at one place. Remember, the key here is to just start. Write it down. As you write down your ideas and section them into goals and tasks, they will eventually form a logical flow. So, create logical steps to making your dream a reality.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, just click the like and subscribe button.